don't know. It's the
We
first.
can go at least on that subject title that I talked about last time.
You want to start off with that right now? You don't want to make the vibes good first?
You ready?
This is crazy. I mean, we're going now. You gotta keep all this in. This is what people like to see.
All right. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? This
So
is this is. Let me tell y'all something. This is about to be crazy. All
we've been
right.
wanting to do this for so long.
This is about to be crazy. This is my son. For those that don't know, my son. This is Jonathan. What's up?
Yo,
Jojo.
been here 20 years.
Right. The thing about this episode, the reason why we couldn't wait to do this is because when we get together, it's not good. It's not good,
It's
bro.
not
Like,
good.
We
Never.
we just clown. Like we have a good time, and I thoroughly enjoy being this man's father. Like,
We have really good conversations too. So
yeah, facts. Like we play a lot, but we talk good. You know what I'm saying? So we actually just wanted to like turn the camera on and
test the waters. That's what we're doing. This is a test.
this is a test, bro. This is a test.
This is crazy.
Looking. But hey, so we're here. So Jojo, like, tell the people, man, who the people who don't know you, people who hadn't got a chance to meet you, kind of fill the people in.
Um, my name is Jonathan Oviedo the second,
Orale.
but I go by Johnny. Everyone calls me Johnny. I live in College Station right now. I'm going to college. Jesus, that's insane. Um, I'm loving it though. It's my third year. When people say like college is like an experience you're never gonna get like again, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's very understandable now. But yeah, that's pretty much it about me. I mean, I'm a jokester. I live. Well, should I say where we live yet? Just in case. Nah, I'm not gonna say it. Nah, because that's too dangerous. I don't know who's on the internet, but yeah, we just I don't know. We're just doing this, testing it out. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do a podcast, and podcasts are huge right now.
It's a thing.
They're
Like
huge. Like even like little kids are watching it.
little kids are doing podcasts.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I've seen
insane.
kids on tablets. Like the day I'm here with my homeboy Marcus, we talking about Legos. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go ahead and tune in. Like low key interested like a bug, bro.
It's crazy, man. Podcasts took over like very fast.
It did like, and I think that if people have not caught on to the concept of podcast and like the legitimacy of how it grabs people, like bro, this generation, like if you ain't podcasting, bro, like
You're not doing something
you're
right.
not valid. Like you're literally nothing.
It's crazy. The first podcast that I had ever watched, and like I didn't think of anything in it of it. I mean, the person was already famous, so like I was like, I mean, people are only watching it because that was. But it was the Logan Paul
Oh
podcast.
yeah.
He like that's. I mean, I guess Joe Rogan had a podcast, but like it was not. I didn't watch it, but like none of the younger generation did. But like
Yeah.
now everyone's watching Joe Rogan, Logan Paul,
Yeah.
Nelk Boys, and they're getting famous people.
Yeah, and it's bro, I've seen people sit down and have conversations with people and like a year later it's like, yeah, man, so I'm with the president and it's like, wait
That's
a minute, dog. Like
President thing is crazy.
and like to literally start on a microphone that's $100 and and your iPhone and then next thing you know, like, yeah, I'm at the White House right now. I got clearance. Like, wait a minute, bro.
So
Like
insane.
so
Yeah, this is it.
I think the dope part is that like, man, people really have a big opportunity to like be valid. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we can share like some dope information.
Yeah.
Also at the same time, it's like people could just fall in love with you as a person and like how many people like even watching, like leave in the comment section, how many people like who's your favorite podcaster? That's what I would want to know. Like in the comments, let us know
That's
who's your
tough.
favorite podcaster right now.
I don't know who would be my favorite. I mean, I don't know. There's just so many insane things that happen out of podcasts. Just literally, it's just people sitting down and talking, and people love that.
Yeah.
People love to listen about what you just do. What
Yeah,
you did
bro.
today.
So I wanted to sit down and talk, man, because the thing about my son and I, we were really trying to figure out like, hey, what are we gonna talk about, bro? Like, maybe we can talk about this, we talk about that.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, man, like, I think it's better to just be stupid. One thing we do really well is just be stupid. We we are the jokesters of the family. Everything is funny to us first. Like typically, anything that happens is funny first, and then we laugh later.
There's gonna be times on the show if I'm like a part of it a lot where we can't breathe for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
Because I don't know. Sometimes Bishop just says something so out of pocket that it just like I cannot breathe. Like there's a stories in the car where he's told them before, and I've had to roll down the window and like put my head out to breathe because like I legitimately cannot catch air. It's insane.
That's love. That's love. So what's on your mind, bro? Like your ear from. So let me kind of fill everybody in on what's going on. Today, and think about our show blended. Like we're super transparent. Like we ain't got to hold back on nothing. Like today, people be like, I thought he was a pastor. I am, but we gonna be straight. Today was a very challenging day, right? So
yeah, I wasn't a part of this, but I mean, it sounded crazy. It sounded crazy.
It was crazy. So I have 5 children. I got 5 kids and
4 girls. Put
yeah.
that out there. I'm the only guy.
4 girls, 1 boy, right? And so, with dealing with my daughters today, man, they just encountered some craziness. The hardest thing for me has been to like leave them in school, like,
But that's so weird because like you did not care what I did in school. I mean, you cared like
Sure.
grades wise and stuff and like what I did, but like leaving them at school now is a problem.
Okay,
Which is insane.
So do you mean like, do you say it's a problem? Like you recognize it's a problem, or do you?
Yeah,
think,
no,
like,
I recognize it obviously, but I think it's because like, okay, when I was growing, I don't want to say when I was growing up because I'm not that old, but like, okay, 8th grade, right?
Okay, all
I
right.
had just moved to where we live, and
We just moved to.
yeah, where
Next thing
we.
you know, really? Hey,
I
they
had
got
just
it.
moved to where we live, and it was my 8th grade year, right? I think that year I had the Samsung 11.
Yeah.
Like, actually. They're on Samsung 21 right now.
Right.
22,
I
my bad.
remember that.
So, I had the Samsung. Safari wasn't even available on that app. I mean, on the phone. Snapchat wasn't created. Instagram was not barely starting, but it was still updating, right?
Yeah.
But now kids got the iPhone 13, iPhone 14.
14.
Especially where we live, because it's like, I mean, I don't want to sound douchey, but like we live in a richer area than
I don't know what to say.
we do. Like respectfully, I'm not trying to be mean, but
Living
like
in the projects.
we live in a nice area, so kids are like easily accessible to better things. So like kids don't have Samsung 11s anymore. They got iPhone 13s, iPhone 14s, and that's just all there now. And they get everything from there. Like all the kids are just on that.
I think the hardest part, like, that has been about my daughters being in school. I'm about to say this, and some of y'all watching like, oh man, that's biased. Okay, well, so what? So what my son, from a man standpoint, like, you raise your boys to be physical and to be like, stand, but then when you have your daughters, it's like, oh, these are my princesses. Be careful, be cautious. But I also teach them to be strong women. You know what I'm saying? Like, be strong, understand who you are. At the same time, like, as a man, as a father, I want to protect my daughter. Like, I feel like I have to come to the rescue type deal. I think the difference, though, is like, bro, even when you were in school, like, we didn't have the same presentation of events that they're presenting, bro. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's because of phones, like
Yeah.
what they gained from that,
bro, they literally got the whole world in their pocket.
which is dangerous.
That's dangerous, bro. Like facts. My daughter came home the other day and was like, "Hey, Dad, what's horse porn?"
What? She asked you that?
And I was like, "Yeah." So, go ask your mom. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you talking about
That's
slight heart
crazy.
attack, bro. I'm like, why would you? So then now mind you, bro, my daughter is at this time, she's in the 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, why would you ask that? And she says, well, because there was this girl in my class, and she was trying to tell some of the people in the back of the class to check this out. And I was like, did you watch that? You know what I'm saying? And she was
That's
like,
crazy though, because like the old school tactics, like sit in the back thing, that's crazy.
Yeah,
like some of the
yeah.
old schools with the new stuff. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
like we just sit in the back with like magazines. Now they in the back like, hey man, go to your web browser. It's like, nah. Like, check out that airdrop I just sent you. It's like, what in the world? So She's literally,
That's
she
insane.
asked me, and so, bro, I tell her, did you watch it? She's like, no, 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 I didn't, because she got in trouble, and they snatched her up out of class. I said,
That's
did you
crazy.
Google what that meant? Because she got a phone.
She
Did
has an
you?
iPhone 13.
Yeah, I said, did you Google that? She was like, no. I said, you telling me? She was like, no, because I saw what happened to her, and I got afraid. Like, obviously, it's something bad.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm saying this out of protection of Bishop and Mom, but they raised us well, so like they know what's
Well,
bad.
thank you.
They know what's bad and what's good. So like they have common knowledge to like, if she got in trouble, then I'm not gonna look it up.
Yeah, like slight asthma attack here,
COVID-19 20.
right? So I feel like even in her just saying that, I thank God that she didn't, and I hope she didn't. She could have straight up lied. Like, no, I didn't
Facts.
check it out. But dog, like, but then she still asked the questions.
Just watch it.
Yeah, like,
That's scary.
bro, she still asked the question. So after I told her, hey, don't check that out, she was still like this, like, and the question was still on the table. So what's horse porn?
Yeah,
So, bro, then I had to explain to her what that was.
that's horrible. I couldn't do that. I would actually say go ask your mom.
Yeah, so
Like,
so as I'm explaining, she's like, people watch that? And I was like, yeah, your homegirl does. Like, bro, like, so the challenge that I've had with them being in school is that everything is such a like ratchet way of living, bro. Like,
which is weird because it's not. We moved here for that not to happen.
now we moved to this place to try to get you guys a better opportunity for a better education,
Yeah,
a better environment, right? That
and
that
it
was the
didn't.
plan.
Might as well stay where we were at.
No, no, we well, I thank God we made the move. But the thing is like, it just goes to show that at the end of the day, wherever there's people, there's gonna be choices. You know what I'm saying? And people gotta choose. So like, even if you say, well, people over here they're kind of financially doing well, then there's just wealthy bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have more opportunities to do bad with the people, bro. So I've struggled, man, so bad because today we had some things take place as a parent. Parents, if y'all are watching, like, you understand, bro. Like, when you become a parent, everything inside of you just want to make sure your babies are okay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a parent, so you're looking at me. Hey.
Thank God. I ain't seen in a couple of months. So I don't know what's going on. Just want to make sure you ain't a parent. But like, our goal is to make sure that our kids are good, right? At any moment, man, if I feel like the safety of my children is not like on lock, I can't. You and the girls, like, I can't allow y'all like willingly to say, yeah, y'all go have a good time. I can't allow you to be in a place like that to where I don't feel secure in y'all safety, or where I don't feel like y'all matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, school just isn't what it used to be.
School's trash.
It is.
Y'all might be watching this right now. If you're a teacher, thank you for all that you do. But I ain't with it. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just a different age, man. Day and age. Just life is weird.
Yeah. So today we told our children we're gonna pull them out and we're gonna homeschool, and they literally had a breakdown.
Yeah, I mean,
That's that. I
okay, but the options that you're giving them is fair. Like, I didn't have the option when I was younger. When I moved here in 8th grade, I didn't think I was going to college because we didn't have no money. I was like,
Bro, I didn't think he was going to college because we didn't have no money. I was like,
I
just
didn't.
get
I
through
didn't
high
think
school.
till junior year of high school that I was going to college.
Well, that's good.
At the end, going into my senior year, and I was like, wow, well, I have to start trying. But like, man, middle school, it was so simple back then. I would go
Yeah.
to football practice. Bishop would pick me up. Mom picked me up. My dad would pick me up.
It was chill.
I had no problems that day. Nothing. Nothing ever happened.
Life is different. I don't know, like.
I was popular back then, though. So
By the way, I had a lot of friends.
I had a lot. I was actually I was really cool with everyone, but I think I got that personality from you and my dad and my mom.
Oh, so let me.
Actually, not my mom. Not my mom. I didn't get my personality from my mom.
Dang, babe, my bad. How you doing? She's like, dang, so what am I saying? I didn't tell him to say none of this. He said it on his own, so y'all can take that up. So for those watching, it's like, hey man, yeah, you came on and said you're with your son, and then he keeps saying my dad and Bishop. So for the record, this is my son by marriage. When me and his mom got married, he was 5.
Yeah, I was. Dang, y'all got married the
Hey.
same year that y'all met, or did I meet you?
I met you at 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we dated for a year. Yeah, so we dated.
But there's nothing weird between us. Like obviously, like step parents usually can be weird, but like Bishop
Yeah.
has me and Bishop not
Yeah.
had anything.
I thank
Um,
God. All right, so let's go that direction. Let's go that
We're gonna
direction.
stop talking about the school thing.
Oh, I mean, they're out. So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
No, but I wanted to go.
Drop a comment. Oh, we can.
I just want to go into real quick before we transfer to that. But
Alright, bet.
I just want to go into the thing, the option that you're giving them. That's why I said that I didn't have as a child.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, it's Bishop and my mom like to travel a lot. So
Yes.
the thing is that the girls get out, get homeschooled, and travel, which is dope. That's not a bad life. But the one thing, the cool thing is because I told the girls that I would try to convince you, so I might as well try to convince you on here, is social media. Ah! I know that's hard for you, especially with girls, but man, you're
Bruh.
taking their social aspect away right now. Taking them out of school.
I'm I am.
You are. There's no way around it. You just are. But it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad choice.
So here's the thing, right? So we pastor a church, right? My wife and I, we pastor a church, and so they're not absent of people. Like they're around a lot of people, bro. Like
Yeah, but they're older people, and like there's some.
Not-
There's
dude.
kids. There's a lot of kids at our church because our church.
it's a bunch of kids.
Yeah, but okay. There's church kids, right? You know that. There's church kids, and then there's just kids.
Yeah, I like the church kids.
I love the church kids, but people want to meet other people outside of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's possible.
Think about what I have right now. What I have right now, I go to college with my friends I met from high school, not church.
Yeah, it's trash.
It's not trash.
All your friends are trash. Brennan, T. Tom, Dylan, all you guys are trash, bro. No, like
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, though, right?
I see what you're saying, but I don't feel like there's like a lot of validation in the sense of like respectfully, right? Like in the sense of okay, case in point. The people that my daughters have introduced to me as
You're
their
about to say
friends,
something so wrong.
the people that my daughters have introduced to me as friends this year, I've been wanting, like when your daughters bring over a friend, like, oh, this is my friend so and so, and I'm looking like that's your friend, like bro, their character is like trash Texas, bro, like, and I don't care about like. The thing about as a dad, I feel like, bro, you ain't making no good decisions, dog. Like,
But there's
out
some
of
good
all
kids out of that group, though. Can't say there's zero.
I can.
There's not. I've met some of the friends. They're not all bad.
Okay, no. Easy has brought some, decent friends.
You got 3 more daughters, though.
That lyric is cool with.
Okay.
But bro, they've brought me like from even just the conversation to the way they dress as young ladies. Like,
Yeah, but okay, you also don't like the way that the style is now.
well, I do like clothes.
Okay, but like,
And
I
I'll never
don't
be
know.
okay with nakedness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't like butt out.
No, Bishop doesn't like crop tops and like shorts that are out now. But that's what's out now. Like that's the only thing you can buy.
I disagree.
Without looking, the girls don't want to look like moms at the age of 12 and 11.
You don't have to be, bro. Guys, did y'all hear this conversation?
It's not.
He's trying to convince me that the only way you can dress is hoish, and it's got to be okay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. There's just a different style that you're not used to.
But that's not the only style, bro.
But you got to think about that. As soon as they're out this house, that's what they're gonna dress.
huh?
As soon as they're out the house, that's what they're gonna dress. It's not. I wouldn't say.
No, they're not because it's not in their DNA. to
I
do
wouldn't
that.
say it's what you said, but
It's hoish.
I don't think it is. I think it's just what it is now.
It's a hoish. It's a bunch of hoes running around here, bro. At the end of the day, it's just a lot of hoish things going on. The thing is this, bro. Mind you, dog, your sisters are 12 and 13. They're babies, bro, that are exposed to grown people stuff. I will never, as a father, and wait till you have your daughter. Lord, please, in the name of Jesus,
I do not want a daughter.
give
I
him
mean, I don't.
six
I do
daughters.
want a daughter, but I definitely
Give
want a
him
son.
16 little girls. You'll see.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if their little bit of their stomach is out.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
You can't. Let me tell you what my mentor taught me. Never speak up, in the sense of never say what you would do until you are there.
But okay, when I see Izzy do something right, and let's say Izzy's playing volleyball.
She plays volleyball. She plays
Yeah,
volleyball.
she does.
Did.
Cheerleading.
Uh huh.
Everything they're wearing during that time
Uh-huh.
is pretty much what people be wearing outside of school.
It's
And-
accustomed to the sport.
yeah, but you gotta think about it.
So you can wear a volleyball outfit on the volleyball court.
Yeah, but outside of that, people wear spandex now. People wear leggings. Like that's what you're talking about. People are wearing half cut off shirts, but like that's just a part of what it is now.
So what does that mean?
I don't know. I
need to be okay with it.
personally don't see the problem with it.
That's okay, because you ain't their daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's good. You don't have to see the problem with it.
don't
My
know.
my deal is that we try to keep biblical principles. Now, I'm about to say something that's probably gonna start a whole spark of conversations online. I ain't about to fool with y'all today, okay? But here's the deal. Scripture talks about being modest by the way you dress, okay? Now, everybody has a definition, probably within their own mind, of what they consider modest, right? Because my daughters are 12 and 13, at this point, I determine what that modesty looks like. As long as they live in my house, I determine what I feel like modesty looks like. If they want to leave my house and go against what I've tried to teach them coming up, here's the thing, and I've always told you this. Any instruction that I give you as my children, I'm only giving it to you trying to protect you and hopefully put you in a position for the best to happen for you. If I say something and it's not right and you obeyed me, God's going to honor you anyway, because you obeyed your parents.
Yeah.
So I don't have, hey, some people, I know parents that do let their kids wear little bitty shirts, halter tops.
I just feel like it's a comfortability thing.
With
I don't think kids their age right now. I mean, they're just speaking. I mean, I'm older, but like kids their age and thinking, I'm like, I mean, actually, shoot, I don't know, because that's insane. I mean, what you said earlier, I don't know, but I personally don't think my sisters are going out thinking like, well, let me wear these short shorts to show off my butt, or let me wear my sports bra to show off my boobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they're doing that, and that's because of the way you raised them.
But but here's what I think. I do think that they are influenced by the culture.
But that's so easy not to be. I don't know. I guess me, I'm not a follower. So when people did stuff and I didn't want to do it, I just didn't do it.
Bro, but listen, they're not you.
Um,
So all of y'all are different. I got 5 children.
yeah.
Rooster is not Peanut. Peanut's not Bam. Bam ain't Lyric.
Yeah.
Lyric ain't you. So with that being said, like, here's the deal. My daughters go to school. My daughters, in my eyes, I think they're extremely gorgeous. I think my daughters are beautiful, right? That's a problem as well, okay? But when they go to school, because they are modest, they don't listen to certain songs. They don't listen to certain music. They don't cuss. They don't do certain things. The boys at the school seem to like the girls who are into what's trendy and what's taking place. Because I don't allow my daughter to participate in those things, the guys who they think are cute, they feel like, well, how can I get their attention? What do they like? When they start seeing them interact with the girls that they do like, and it's like, oh, if I dress this way, if I act this way, then maybe that'll get their attention. See,
But how you know this?
because I've seen it already.
Oh.
I've seen a change in their behavior. I've seen a shift in their behavior. I've seen a shift in their conversation ever since they went back to school this year. And it's been like, dang, summertime, my kids are totally different. When it comes back to being in school, it's like, dang, all of them change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see a total shift. Even when you come home,
What?
Not just the girls, but even when you come home, when you're with us, I can see your wheels turning because we talk business when you come home, right?
Oh, yeah.
We talk business.
I'm
We
just
talk,
getting older though.
but then I can see when school starts back, it's like, ah man, I'm with the bros, or hey, don't come on the weekends, man. We turn up on the weekends. It's
No,
like
I just don't want you
what?
to come on the weekends because I don't know. Weekend college station is dangerous.
I'll be there this Friday. So my deal is, it's like for all of y'all as my kids, I see that there's a shift whenever you're around peers. And yes, you can be solid on some decision makings, but for them, they're young, bro. And they haven't established a solidity in like good decision making. So
Well, that all leads me back to my question of I don't even know how we got to where we just got to.
I don't
But
know. How did we start
but
talking about crop tops and
but
nakedness?
what I was worrying about is social media. That's what I started it off with. So
Okay.
personally, I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, I have
Mm-hmm.
Twitter. Twitter's first of all, if anyone has Twitter, that app is
Yeah.
hilarious.
If you have, oh wait, what? Twitter?
It's hilarious, yes.
In the sense of,
The stuff that like the people that people tweet,
okay.
it's awesome. I go to Twitter specifically to laugh, but Instagram is just for my friends. Snapchat, I literally just snap the people I still talk to.
TikTok is an addiction.
I mean, yeah, TikTok. I don't stay on it for like 2 hours. I can't do that. Like I don't get how people stay on. 30 minutes max. But what do you feel? I understand TikTok because anything can pop up on TikTok. So TikTok you don't allow. Instagram.
Anything can pop up on Instagram because, bro. So here's the deal. Like here's
Yeah,
what.
yeah, I can't. I don't got nothing for Instagram. But okay, wait.
There's no
Yeah.
the reason why I don't have Snapchat, why I won't let them do Snapchat, is because things could come in and be deleted.
That's one. That's why I was saying that. Why don't why don't they why don't they only have girls on Snapchat? Because that's I know a lot of parents when I was growing up did that. Like you can only have a girl on Snapchat if you're a girl. You can only have a guy on Snapchat if you're a guy. And yeah, Lyric had that one miss up, and I don't know if you told the story that one miss up at the beginning. But other than that, they didn't really mess up on the phone. And then you just took all their social media away. And now, and now that they're not going to school, they can't talk to any of the friends that they made. And all their friends, all the little friends that I've met, they all got Snapchat. They all got Instagram. And the kids that I've met are cool. I mean, but obviously I understand not having guys on social media. But girls, I personally think as a dad that I would allow at least girls to talk to. Because what are girls going to do?
We'll be right back after these messages from our
You
sponsors.
you gotta think about it from a father's standpoint. A father's not gonna have. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that either. But a father's not gonna be allowing little girls to be doing what older girls are doing on the phone yet.
Who? Wait,
Most fathers.
What do you mean?
Like fathers aren't gonna be like allowing them just to do whatever. I don't think.
But see, the crazy part is, Johnny. So you think that way because of the way we raised y'all?
But it's just girls though. Like you telling me you're not gonna allow just girls on Snap?
Can I be honest with you?
I mean, you're gonna say no. That
No,
means
no. I'm not saying no.
All right.
Because I'm really, you know me, bro. If a good point is made, I'm gonna take it in consideration. Like you know me.
Yeah.
The challenge that I'm having is, and I'm just being 100%, bro. Like, I have not been confident, and there's a couple of girls that my daughters have introduced to me that made me feel like, don't ever be around them again. Like, don't ever mention their name. Don't ever ask for them to come over. Like, because of what they showed me in the 5 minutes of being in front of me.
Well, then at that point, I mean, this is crazy, but like at that point, then why don't you just check who they add, who they don't? Because you're literally taking, like, if this was me, you gotta think about all the friends I made from 8th grade.
Yeah, but see, they just started.
I know, but I had started in 8th grade and made a lot of friends that I'm still friends with now. 8th grade to 12th.
Yeah, but see, they didn't go to 12.
Okay, 8th grade.
So you're
Eighth grade-
comparing.
okay, wait,
well,
wait.
They just started.
Okay, 8th grade, because Izzy just started 7th, so she only had a year. I only had a year at where I went to school. And I literally still I can name friends that I still have from Utley
That's great.
that I still talk to on Snapchat, on Instagram. Well, I don't actually DM anyone. If you DM people, you're weird unless you're shooting your shot. Um,
Brick.
but but like yeah, like I don't know. I think Snapchat, Instagram, text messages. I mean yeah, but at the same time, text messages is the same thing as Snapchat.
Yeah, my concern about Snapchat, I will take all of this into consideration. I'm not lying.
I,
I'm honestly leaning more towards yes.
but if they screw up, I understand why you would take it away. Like obviously, I told them I was like, bro, it's so easy not to screw up with.
If the thing about Snapchat is this, it's deleted. It only stays for a minute.
Well,
So
it
somebody send a
does.
picture of something and that's it.
Oh, picture. Yeah, picture wise, it's gone.
Like, and I believe that some of the friends that they've showed me will send craziness through Snapchat. That's just
But
me
also
being honest.
at the same time, you knowing.
Don't hit me with,
No,
oh, that's just part of the world
no, no,
that got to
no.
be exposed.
It is, but that's not what I was gonna hit you with. That's not what I was gonna hit you with.
Okay.
It is, but you knowing Lyric and Izzy, they can't keep alive for long.
Yeah, but the thing about it, bro.
You know they get. They
But here-
cannot.
but
They
here's
cannot hide anything.
But here's my challenge, bro. It's not even about a lie and all that. It's just the exposure, man. You can't unsee anything,
Yeah, but
bruh.
I mean,
It's some
You
stuff
saw-
you done seen that's been like,
you
yeah,
saw.
I'm a not forever forget that. Like,
But the stuff they see isn't gonna be the same crazy stuff that you saw growing up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what you're worried about. I think that's what my mom is worried about because I've seen both standpoints. Right? When I was growing up, I understood what y'all went through, what y'all did growing up. I mean, obviously we lived in the ghetto, right? So we're not gonna see the same stuff that we see here. It may be a little wild, which whether or not you admit it, it is a part of life. They're gonna see something wild at one point of their life. It's either gonna be
he trying to convince me, y'all.
it's either gonna be now while you're there and you can still parent, or later when you can't. So what would you rather have? When you have no control or when you have control? Which from a parent standpoint for me would be I would want them to know that they messed up. Because Lyric start crying. Izzy, she just wouldn't know what to do. And you know that. She would literally not look at you. Izzy's a horrible liar. Lyric's a horrible liar. And just like you said, they asked you about the horse thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask you, "Hey, Dad, what's this mean?" And show what the
I'm
Snapchat
like,
thing.
oh! No. Let me see that. Right. Have your extension going over there, please.
They're gonna tell you. They will tell you. You know that. But imagine seeing something crazy by yourself, having the ability to go do or look it up when you're 16, 17. You're at your friend's house versus seeing it with your parents.
But bro, they're not gonna see it with me.
They're not gonna see it with you, but they're gonna tell you.
You think no?
I would have told you I was terrified of everything when I was little, and that's because of how y'all raised me.
But they not that way, Johnny.
Nah.
So here's why I'm telling you this. Is because I've had experiences this year that have shown me, yeah, I got to keep my eye on you. And here's the tough part. Probably because I am strict. I am hard on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and sometimes I feel like that pushes them away to not be transparent.
But
So-
now they're not going to be in school. So now they're not going to have that freedom. They're literally always going to be by you. Dang, that sounds horrible. Not like that's a mean thing, but like
still, bro, like if something crazy comes through on their phone, I think that they would just delete it out of fear of telling me that it came through because they don't want to cut off their friends.
that's what I'm saying. You
Like-
you
like
can
today.
control
I'm
who
giving
they
you the-
add and stuff.
Okay, maybe so. These are the things that I'm dealing with when my daughter comes. It's not like when you were in school. Like
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's because technology.
them being in school and you being. This is only a couple of years apart.
Technology
Like
grew.
what they're exposed to is totally different, bro. Like they are living in a way that is beyond me. Like what they're doing is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So
Dang,
what
that's
I'm-
crazy.
I'm trying to get you to understand, bro. Like it's not the same. Like it's
I understand
not the
it's
same.
not the same, but
And the exposure, their thought process, they're not thinking like the average 12-year-old. That 12 now is about 26
at
Easy.
point,
with 2 kids.
you're taking it just leads me back to the same thing. You're taking all their social aspects away.
Nah, bro, because we around people all the time. Like,
You're
okay,
around older people.
no, we're not.
You
Bro,
can't.
we around their friends all the time, dog.
Which friends?
All the friends they got from the church, and they go to United. It's literally 2,000 kids there.
Okay,
Their
United
age
is cool, right? I heard mom said she was gonna keep them United, which is cool.
2,000
That's
kids.
only Wednesdays.
That's enough.
No, it's not, bro.
And even
that
taking
sucks.
bro.
You
And
were in
even-
school. You were in school, right?
And
when
I-
you were in school, you were a popular kid. You had a lot of friends,
And I was in trouble all the time.
and you didn't even have social media. Now they're not even gonna have. They're not gonna even have school. So the only thing they're gonna have is social media. Imagine you not being at school. You would have probably been a Christian by the time you were 3.
Nope. I was determined to do wrong. I made my mind up. You're gonna get in trouble some kind of way.
Exactly. So think about how you were thinking over there.
Bruh.
They're not thinking like you. They're 11 and 12.
What do you want me to say? How do we end this conversation?
I just think you should. I don't know. I think you should allow some type of social media because that everything is being taken away. That would suck. If I didn't go to school, I wouldn't be friends with Aiden, Keyshawn, Mickey. I'm not naming everyone, but all of them.
Yeah, it's too many.
There's too many people to name. But like those are one of the main people I knew from Utley.
I understand.
Dang.
I
said it.
I understand that. I understand, bro. Like, I understand. Like, I think the hardest part today was me having to look them in the face and just be honest with them and tell them, hey, I'm sorry, guys, but, man, I'm not going to be able to take you back to that school.
Yeah. But they don't even care about school. They care about their friends.
100%. I asked them, I said, what's the main reason why you want to stay in school? My friends.
Exactly. So that's what I'm
And I
saying. Give them
said-
some type of.
So when they said friends, I was like, oh, dope. You can make friends anytime, all the time. Like, man, especially, man, new friends are awesome. You know what I'm saying? But, and I told them, I said, guys, I'm not telling y'all can't keep your friends, but when are we going to see them? I said,
Exactly.
man, call them. They can come over here. Y'all know we cool. Like, bro, literally, our house has always been, and especially now that we moved over here and they live so close by so many of their friends, it's literally 10 to 15 kids a day at our house, bro. Coming in, eating up all the snacks, running through the house upstairs. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just here, right? But so what? I don't care. So I told them, guys, I'm not telling y'all can't be friends. Oh, man, we'll never see it. And I understand that. But a part of being a parent, bro, is making tough decisions. I'm y'all's daddy first and y'all's friend somewhere down the line. But that ain't nowhere close to me being y'all's daddy. I got responsibilities. I will highly consider Snapchat. Instagram
Instagram is tough because Facebook. Wait, who bought it? Someone bought it.
Facebook did. Instagram is just like TikTok though, because if you go to the reels, you just expose anything can pop up.
They'll be happy with Snapchat.
Bro, so here I told them, hey guys, I'm taking social media away. You know what I'm saying? We had a little incident. I was like, yeah, we're not gonna have that again. You're done. I'm the type. Yeah, you have to work hard to get back to where I need you to be.
Yeah, but they haven't had it for a year
That's fine.
and a half.
Great.
Wait. Yeah,
Yeah.
a year and a half.
That's also a year and a half of peace.
Not really.
In my heart, I've been straight peaceful.
Though you have not.
Of
Ever
them
since
not
they've been
having
to
it.
school.
From that aspect. From a social media aspect, I ain't got to worry. I know I
So
ain't got
you
nothing to worry
drop
about.
something just to be stressed over something that's even worse.
No, I'm also now dropping that. So you see what I'm saying? I'm good with drop. I'm a dropper. So it's like that the whole social media aspect. When I told them they couldn't have social media, they're like, "Well, can we get on YouTube?" I was like, "Yeah." Then they go to YouTube and then they start watching the shorts and the reels.
That's
So-
what I'm saying. They're gonna see it
which
either way.
is literally exactly the same thing as TikTok. Whatever's on the YouTube shorts and reels, it's on
that's
TikTok.
what I'm saying. When you allow them to have YouTube, I've told you that. I was like, it's literally the same stuff.
So then I was like, well, dang, I already told them, yeah, on YouTube, and I didn't know that this is what you could do.
You
So
know that
now-
YouTube is. I don't know if you knew this, but on another podcast, which is insane. YouTube is now paying 50% of what what viewers you get from shorts. 50% is 50-50. YouTube, you.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna make it short. I'm gonna make it
Yeah,
short.
Mr. B said that. So I don't know when they're doing it, but TikTok's gonna be probably shut down. Or not shut down,
No.
because TikTok's huge. But all the creators that are at
Yeah,
TikTok,
they gonna go hard on YouTube.
yeah,
The thing about YouTube, they're trying really hard to be like TikTok. That's why they created shorts.
yeah, but it's gonna work. YouTube is huge.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna work,
Yeah.
and especially if creators getting 50-50, that's insane.
It's gonna work, but TikTok ain't going nowhere for a long time.
It's
Bro,
not
all of
going. It's not going nowhere unless they start paying people, because YouTube's doing the same. YouTube's doing the same algorithm as TikTok. So
Bro.
if 2 people have viewed it, and you're just on the algorithm, same as TikTok. So you know how people blow up on TikTok and it's like just random people. YouTube's gonna start doing that, which is why I think TikTok. I don't know what TikTok's gonna do, because that's kind of insane. But anyways,
This will be posted on YouTube. We're gonna cut this up into a bunch of shorts. They
See
put
which
out
one gets-
69 shorts last night. This is ridiculous.
see which one gets more views, and
Right.
we pay for it. But yeah, I mean the social media thing. That's what I just want to bring that up, because that's kind of insane. But yeah, think about it.
I hear you. That's valid. I'm not like opposed to it, bro. I hear you. I'm not opposed
And
to
then mom can have them on Snapchat. Mom snaps me sometime. Hey, bro, what's up, ma? What you want, ma?
it. Delete.
No, Snapchat's cool. I think Snapchat's cool as long as you don't miss it up. As long as they don't miss it up, man. I mean, it's not that hard to miss it up. You just text your friends, hey, what you doing?
All right.
All right.
I'm not saying yes.
Yeah, no. But okay, move on.
But I'm highly considerate it.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm cool with that. I did that for my
Get my
sisters.
head on the doggone thing, bro.
I did that for my sisters.
They gonna be like, Jonathan came down and got his social media. Like, you still ain't in school. So
They're literally gonna stop caring about school once they have something to talk to their friends on.
maybe so.
All right, and then, okay, now,
I think they'll be sad about school for like a week.
yeah, until y'all go on a trip in the middle of school and everyone's at school
Yeah,
still.
we'll probably go like to Washington next week, like for real. I was like, hey man, y'all want to run out about DC?
I don't think.
Like, yeah.
I think I have a week off this week, so I might stay here all week.
Are you week off the week?
I think so.
Let's go to DC.
Okay.
Washington, here we come.
But what was that? Okay, now we finished that. How long have we been going?
I don't know. I don't care. Let's just keep going.
Is that the time? It's been recording at the top.
Yeah. Yes, but it's not in regular time.
Nah, we've been going for like about an hour. That's kind of insane.
You can look on the back of the. Well, don't get up.
Yeah, no, nah. But okay, the main thing we want to talk about, we haven't even spoken about, which is insane. But it's the question you had at the beginning, and then I brought all that up.
Yeah. Try to trick me.
Nah.
All
Go
right.
into that.
I think one of the things that I'd like to talk about is because I think it's a big question. I have a lot of friends who married into a family, right? Like when they got married, their spouse had children, or either they had children and then a spouse came in, and you know. But man, I want to talk about like the do's and the don'ts of a blended family. So the reason why we're called blended is because we have a family of 7. In that family of 7, of course, man, my son is
9.
from,
Family of 9. Bruno and Nova.
7. My son is from a previous relationship. When I married my wife, my son was 5. She had already had him. Then we had 2 daughters together, my wife and I. And then we adopted a little girl who's now 7. And then we had another little girl after all of that. So we are definitely a blended family, even in the way we look. So he's full-blood Mexican. My 2 middle daughters are black and Mexican. The little girl we adopted was full-blooded black. And then we had another black and Mexican baby who looks white.
It's insane. She does look
She
really
looks
white.
straight up white, little white girl.
But
I got
everyone
questions.
fits in with the same.
Yeah.
Like we all are kind of the
You
same.
can tell we're family.
Yeah,
It's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's family. So I want to talk about like do's and don'ts. I say this not in a boastful way, but I've had a lot of people ask me like, bro, how are you and your stepson so close? A lot of people have asked me that. Like, why are y'all like? I see y'all, bro. Like, y'all are super cool, or I've even had people tell me, how do you get along with your wife's son like that? And it's like, wow, dog, you suck. Like,
Don't even
you'll never
say
have a great relationship with
stepson
your
at
yeah,
least. That's
like,
insane.
bro. So for the record, I've literally never called him my stepson.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I've literally never said I was my stepson. Now, the crazy part is, I know his dad. His dad's a great dad.
Short,
It,
just a shorter version of me.
his dad's always been in his life. He's always been present. He's always been there. He's always, I mean, great dad, right? But to me, man, when I got married to my wife, I got married to them because that came as a package. So immediately it was an opportunity for me to say, hey, I love this woman and I love this little boy. So at the same time, like I'm marrying into becoming a husband, but I'm also when I marry this woman, I'm a dad. So I I felt like even for me to address the step issue would cause division. Like, oh, that's my stepson.
Yeah.
Well, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so I never could even like saying it now, like, hey, I want to talk about the do's and don'ts of a step relate. That even felt weird because I never say it, dude.
Yeah,
Um,
he doesn't ever say it's weird,
so
but I mean it's also just normal now.
yeah, at this point, but here's the crazy part. Like sometimes when I'm around his father, his biological father, and we're together, I'll ask questions like, "Hey, man, my son, so and so, so and so," and his dad is with us, but I don't think he takes offense to it, but I think it's just
Not
kind of like,
anymore, but when we first started, it
yeah, he
was
was like, my son, like that's my son. I'm like, I know, bro, but
yeah.
I was just all in when it happened. I was just all in. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, so how has it been for you? Like you're 20 now, bro, and I want you to be real
20.
transparent because
Insane.
I want you to be real transparent because I think people are gonna watch this that have like, man, let me figure this out. Because I know people that are in blended families
Yeah.
and that struggle with their spouse's children.
Mm-hmm.
And they really, really, and I know some people that have gotten divorced because of that. Either the wife feels, I don't like the way you treat my daughter, or the husband feels, I don't like the way you treat my son. So let's kind of start back from the beginning. What are some things that made you comfortable? What are some things that made you feel uncomfortable?
I don't know. I mean, it just I don't know, but everyone's also different. Like maybe some like you're not even trying to throw it on the kids, but maybe the kids suck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the kids that are the step kids suck.
Hey, look, kids, if you watching this, bro, you suck. That's why your parents didn't make it. You suck. No, I'm playing.
But like I don't know, the kids probably suck. The stepfathers probably suck. Like I don't know. There's so many different things, but the way that I am, I'm just very nonchalant. So like I just didn't care about anything. I
Yeah.
mean, all right. I guess when you first came into my life, my dad. I mean, even the same thing for KK, which is my stepmom.
Yeah.
It's just you took something that was like just mine. Like it was just me and my mom, right? For
Yeah.
5 years. Same thing. I don't know when my dad got married, but my dad got married. And same thing. I felt like Karen, but I was also a baby, so like
Yeah.
I felt like Karen took away my dad, right? So like. And her name is actually Karen. It's not like like I'm not calling her Karen, but
She's a Karen,
um,
literally.
it was weird at first, but I was also just so young.
Yeah.
But then y'all just kind of grew. I guess honestly, it might be how young you start as a step parent. That's what it might be.
That's good.
If you're in their life, like you're in my life since I was 5.
So, but okay. So the crazy part
15
is,
years.
yeah. So, but the crazy part about that is that, like at 5, you've already developed like normalcy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, because you said it, and I remember, bro. Like,
Yeah, because I used to not be able to sleep with my mom no more when I was 5.
bro, we got married. This is a true story. We got married, and the first day of us being a family, we're in our home. It's time to go to sleep. We're our first day of being married, and we moved into this house, and we like set up this whole crib. And my son has his own room, and it's like, man, and I'm trying to go hard because I want him to know, like, hey, bro, I love you. We're gonna get your own room. It's gonna be
I thought that room
crazy.
sucked when I was 5.
Bro,
Thought
I
it
mean,
sucked.
we put a TV up in there. We put the stars on the sky. Put a big old moon. Like we went bananas in that room, and I
What
was
theme
just.
was that? Was it Toy Story?
It was an outer space theme. It
Oh.
was moons and it was. I mean, just stuff
Yeah,
everywhere,
I remember that. Yeah.
bro. we tried our best to like, and me personally, I was really wanting to go overboard to make this thing dope, right?
Yeah.
We get you into the room, and I go back to my room first night. We're married, we got work to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I lay down in the bed and I hear, and I look up and I see him walking in the room dragging a blanket.
Go to sleep with my mom.
And I was like, "What's up, buddy?" He was like, "I just want to lay down." And I was like, "Yeah, you got to lay down over there in the spaceship because this ain't where you want to be tonight." And bro, I can see in his eyes the devastation. Like,
Yeah.
but that's my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, doc, but you don't need to be in here tonight." You know, and I could see how that was a challenge, even for my wife. Like, even for my wife, I think she felt like she betrayed you
Yeah.
because she was like, "Babe, just let him sleep in there." I'm like, "Girl, he cannot be in here tonight." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not where he needs to be. And
Yeah.
so, we had to become very strict and stern. And bro, probably for like the next
Year.
man, no,
Had to year.
bruh, till you were like 10, bro.
5 years.
Literally, like not even being funny, not exaggerating. It till he was like 10. My son wanted to be in the room. He wanted to sleep with his mom. And there would be times he would come in and his mom would give in at 8, 7, like, and I'm like, man, if you don't get this big old boy out the bed with me, man, his legs rubbing up against my, get him out of here. But I never really considered what you just said.
It might be. Yeah. I think it's how young you go in the family.
But you said
Well,
something that made me think like you felt like I was taking your mom away.
yeah. I mean, yeah,
That
but
was crazy. I never thought about that.
yeah, but no, it was the same thing. I told Karen. I told Karen when I was like, I mean, not too long ago. At least I'm just gonna say 2 years, but I might be being dramatic because
Mhm.
I usually am. Uh, I told her that. I told her that. She was like, "Did you really?" And she didn't notice.
Yeah.
She was like, "I didn't notice that." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't like you when I first met you because you took away my dad." And she was like, "No, you didn't." You know how she is. She's super
Yeah.
nice. She was
She's
like, "No,
super
you
sweet.
didn't." And I was like, "All right, if that's what you want to believe." But that's how it was. Like I was like, "Dang, I just got this random person taking my parent away."
Yeah, because at that point I had already had your mom, and then years later here comes
Yeah.
your dad's wife,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, well, dang. And I think the hard part too is that Jonathan was the only child on both sides.
Both sides. Yeah. That was it. It was just me.
So it's like, hey, I'm the kid. I'm the only grandson. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so for the longest, he was the only grandson. For grandparents, he was the only child. And to know, like, he carried that level of like authority. Like, yeah, bro,
I
I'm
was
the
him.
only.
I was him.
He's the one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's my would have been.
I guess I never considered that. So because I never considered that, I guess I had a hard time like understanding what's the problem, bro? Like,
Yeah, okay, but that goes back to the do's and don'ts. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a step parent going into a relationship
yes,
at the age of 13, you've been with your mom for 13 years. You've been with your dad for 13 years,
that's hard.
and then just some random person comes in. To you, it's a random person, or not really random person. You might have known them, be like, "Oh, that's cool. It's my mom, it's my dad. That's what they're talking to."
That's
But then
hard.
they coming in, live in your house, or you move to theirs. Like,
Eating up all your snacks.
yeah,
Like, man, them my Fruit Loops. Mama brought me that lunch meat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that has to be hard, bro.
I think that's what it is. That's the only thing I would say. I mean, there's obviously there's obvious do's and don'ts. Step
Okay,
parents.
so let me ask you a question. And like I said, be transparent because I think this is me and you know where we stand.
Yeah.
We ain't got we're good.
Yeah.
But were there ever moments in our relationship to where even as you growing up to where you felt mistreated or you felt like, oh, it's because I'm his stepson, or do you feel like the girls, Lyric and Izzy, the middle two girls at that time, do you feel like they were treated better or differently? And how did that make you feel if so?
Nah, I don't think that ever happened.
I won. I'm done. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody yet. And that's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
now don't think of a time now that you already
No,
said
I'm
no. Let me
thinking.
celebrate. No, I'm
Gosh.
playing. But I think so. So here, let me share with you a thought process. Right.
Yeah.
So when I got married, and after we had been married for a year, your mom got pregnant. Right. I don't know how that
Dang,
happened.
was it a year?
Yeah. Or within a couple of months, she got pregnant. We were excited, and within a year, we had a baby. Right.
That's crazy.
And one of the things that I said to myself was, I don't want my son to ever feel slighted by this little baby that is the child of us and him.
Yeah.
I want to make sure he knows that I got the same love for both of them, right?
But this was during the lyric thing, right?
Yeah.
This was lyric.
Yeah.
Lyric was first.
Yeah, that's the first baby.
Okay, but at that time, which is weird. You'd only been in my life for a couple. Yeah, lyric was born so a year. You had been in my life for at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I would start crying for you and my mom when y'all left for the hospital at night.
Oh
You
yeah, I
remember
remember
that?
that. Yeah, I do remember that.
So that I don't know through that year. Dang. Okay, well for me then it was just a year that me and you were hung out.
Yeah.
And we were cool.
So the story of how we met, I think that really established it because I actually met him before I met his mom.
Yeah.
I met him playing soccer. He was like, "Hey, you want to kick the ball back and forth?" I'm like,
Basic
"Yeah."
Mexican.
Yeah, right. And I was like, "Yeah." So I met his mom at Bible college. I was walking to one of my friends' houses, and he kicks me the ball. He's like, "Hey, let's play." And we wound up playing soccer for like an hour.
I don't remember this, but it's the story. So
Yeah,
I
he was
believe
he
it.
was 4, and I'm like, "Man, who this little lost Mexican boy out here with no one to love him?" And so he says, "You want to meet my mom?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll meet your mom." I go upstairs. He introduces me to his mom, and I was just like, "Hey, man, your son's freaking amazing. Like, I've been playing soccer with him for a long time." And she's like, "Oh, thank you." We shook
Mom was
hands.
obviously a horrible parent during this time.
Well, it was at a Bible college, and the playground was gated in.
Yeah.
The only way you can get in is if you went to the school. So a lot of the kids played outside
Yeah.
with no supervision and food, but it was fine. So, but even when I met her, just for that moment, it was chill. Like we didn't. It was nothing, anything like that. We just shook hands and it was it. But I ended up meeting him first, and from that point on, every time I saw him around campus, he'd be like, "What's up, Johnny?" You know, I would always show him some love. And years later, we'd end up getting married, or 2 years later, we ended up getting married, which is crazy. Or a year
Crazy.
later, we get married.
Yeah.
Whatever, we got married. But whenever I had Lyric, which is our first baby, as the girl, I always my fear was that you would feel different, or that we didn't care about you, or that we treated her differently. So I tried my best to go overboard to do things to make him feel loved. And like I would have to sometimes I wouldn't do for the others what I did for him. And he doesn't know that.
Yeah, I was
But
young. I don't.
yeah, he doesn't know that. But I was doing it with the mind frame of I gotta make sure that he never feels separated from his family because I do love him like my son, like my blood son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think that for people watching, like, I think it was really, I think the idea has to be solid from both parties. If a kid is 13 and here comes a grown man out of nowhere, like,
Yeah, that's weird, man.
and then
I
he's
can
trying to like
imagine.
lay the law down. All right, let me tell you how we're gonna do. Man, that's hard,
Oh
bro.
yeah, don't do that. Don't
That's
don't
tough.
tell me. Don't, I mean, I guess you have to tell me what to do, but don't tell me what to do. Like at that age, that's crazy. 13, someone telling you what to do out of nowhere.
It's I think that at 13, if you're coming into a relationship, man, you need to really establish like respectful boundaries. Like, man, I respect that it's just been you and your mother for this long.
Yeah, because like that's pretty much just a kid off the street to you, like legit.
Yeah, it's just a brand new kid. So
Yeah.
now, even if you walk in and and especially if that child's father has never been in their life, you're a whole new.
Oh, that's
like,
even crazier.
yeah, you're a whole new male figure with that's authority, that's parental.
Yeah.
Like,
That makes sense when you tell if you tell them what to do. Then
that's hard. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's crazy. I
But
don't know how you do that.
I think that you just got to be mindful of being intentional. And I remember when I first told your mother I wanted to marry her, I called your dad, and I was like, "Hey, the way I see it is two ways. We can be in a relationship, or we can have animosity for the rest of our lives because when I marry her, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not be married to her. Or Jojo can have this amazing life to where he has two males in his life that love him and will give him fatherly love.
Yeah.
And I thank God, man, because his dad was at a point to where he was like, "Yeah, man, let's go with the second one. Like, let's
Yeah,
make
Bishop
that."
actually became my dad's favorite. Like he did. My my dad would call Bishop before he called my mom.
right,
But I
right.
mean, there's always gonna be rough patches at the beginning. But like,
Facts, yeah,
yeah, there's.
yeah.
It's
The
just
beginning was a little
the
working. Like,
beginning
hey,
of
bro.
anything. It's like the beginning of a new project. Like you're gonna struggle. But
Yeah,
like,
and you know what? Here's the thing too. For anybody that's looking to be in a relationship for a person with a child, you got to mature.
don't. I was kidding.
Stop
Don't
it.
do
No.
it.
Well, you got to mature because that means that that spouse of yours that has a child, they're going to have to communicate with that other parent. It's going to be text messages. It's going to be phone calls. It's going to be follow.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. What if they don't have a father? That's crazy.
What if they don't have a father?
Like that, the child doesn't have a father figure or a mother that's still there.
Yeah.
Can you say a mother figure?
Yeah, mother
Okay.
figure.
Okay. Pause.
So the challenge is that yeah, if they're not there, that's not as hard. But if they are there, then the spouse has to be willing to say, "I know you have a child with somebody else, so I'm gonna be mature enough to allow you to communicate to them on things concerning the child." For me, example, when we first got together, at first I didn't like why are you texting him? Why is he texting you? You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
just because you're a very jealous person.
oh, I'm not jealous at all.
Yes, yeah, Bishop's pretty jealous.
No, you can ask your mama. I'm not jealous. Matter of fact, your mama got mad at me because she's like, "You don't care about me." I mean, when you said I do, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not jealous, but I'm protective. That's the difference. So,
Same stuff.
no, heck no. No, I'm far from jealous, but I am protective. So I didn't comprehend in the beginning, like the phone calls and the text messages, because some of the stuff I felt like, hey, bro, that's extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask about him. Don't ask nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like, may I speak to Johnny? Yes. Here's the phone. When you get finished with him, you don't need to talk back to her. You know? But, bro, that was insecurities in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, like, be mature enough to be like, whatever. Now, bro, like, I mean, I literally don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, because also, too, I got a relationship with his dad.
Yeah.
Like, me and his dad are cool.
We honestly, the way we came together is insane.
It's different, bro.
It's like not we don't. A lot of people don't have what we have.
Facts.
Which is not to rub it in because like if there's step parents that are looking at it and be like,
Yeah,
"Damn."
some stepdads in the ruler.
Why-
See
if
what
you-
else is on.
If you watch this with the step kid,
if
that's
you watch-
even worse.
Yeah, if you watching this with your spouse and y'all trying to figure it out, and your spouse looking at you like, "I told you, Tony, you trash."
Better not be in that toilet.
Yeah, but I think realistically, man, I think like it could be whatever you allow it to be. I made a decision when I first met your mom and asked her to marry me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna live a life of stress, bro.
Yeah, but at the same time, okay. At the same time, let's be real. When we're awesome now. We're probably the best. We haven't hit where we can be as a family yet, right? Because we're still growing. But when we started, I don't want everyone to think that it played off as well as we're saying, right? The beginning was tough.
From like the family dynamic, trying to get everything solid.
Just everything. Yeah, everything of my dad, my mom, Bishop. I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but both grandparents, you know, like there's always struggles in families, right?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But so I don't want, if you are watching this, like the stepdads, stepmoms are watching this, it wasn't easy. It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. Where we're at now. Okay, it also didn't take that long. But we're at now only took like 5 years parent stand wise.
Yes.
Not even probably.
And you know what? And I got to be honest, even from the 5 years,
It wasn't that bad.
3 of those years I was good. 3 of those years it was his mama and her daddy trying to get along. His daddy trying to get along.
Yeah, because Bishop and my dad became cool very fast. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there was rough patches, but
Yeah.
and then
In the beginning, here's the deal. Like, I think when a parent has a child, you just want to know they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So there's an immediate aggression.
Yeah.
Who's this in my son's life? You know what I'm saying? Who's this trying to
If
take
he's
him?
telling you what to do,
yeah,
run
yeah,
away.
yeah. I understand, right? So of course, like initially coming in, families are concerned. Who is this dude? Like,
Yeah.
like why is this happening? I think one of the biggest challenges, and this might be a big question for a lot of people, right? We got married, and probably within like 4 months of us being married, Jonathan was acting crazy in school. He got into some trouble, just bad progress reports and writing on the.
That was my whole life, though. I still got it up to an 8.
So my wife tells me, "Babe, I can't deal with it. I need you to whoop Jonathan."
Oh, yeah. This was crazy.
So I
I
said,
didn't know where you're going with this
So
one.
I was like, "Well, why I gotta whoop him? He didn't do that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the one,
me.
like you the one mad. So I felt like, man, bro, like, don't take the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fair that
Yeah.
you take the easy way out. She
I
was
can't
like,
believe you're telling this story. It's actually really funny.
yeah, So I said, well, all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared. I'll whoop him all day long. So like, I called him into the room. Said, hey man, your mama said yada yada yada. We're not having that in my house. Plus he was a little disrespectful. Now he was spoiled because he was with him and his mama for 4 years at this point. He was definitely spoiled. He was mama's boy. Mama give him anything he want. So I said, yeah, man, your mama mad, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a whooping.
Mama mad, so I'm mad.
Yeah. So I said, go outside. We need to go get a little switch.
Man, this was the one day I've ever wanted to fight Bishop. And I was only 6.
Yeah,
I wasn't 6. I was a little bit
He was
older.
about 5. No, you were young.
Oh,
bro.
really?
We had just got married. It was a couple of months into marriage.
Oh, dang. I didn't know it was that. Oh.
We go outside, get a switch, bro. I come in the house. I whoop him. I discipline him. I hit him a couple of times. He in there crying bloody murder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking like, yeah, nah, you be all right. It's just a little switch. I grew up getting hit with a switch every day. Getting hit with a switch was like a part of life.
Yeah, it was for me. It was only one time ever.
Yeah,
You'll see why.
So I hit him with a switch. You know what I'm saying? Boom, he go to school. And he go home. Then weekend comes, he go over to his father's house.
Wait, before you go on.
Okay.
At this point in my life, my dad was living with his mom. And since we're Mexican, the whole family lived there. So like it was everyone that was in my dad's family was living at my grandma's. Okay, but go on with the story.
So he goes home that weekend, and I know he couldn't wait to tell him. His communication was, Bishop hit me with a tree. What? You know what I'm saying? I hit you with a tree?
At the same time, I never got hit with the stick. So when I walked outside, I would never forget this day. I walked outside, I grabbed the thinnest.
Yeah.
So it was a...
Yeah. See, he was trying to be slick because he thought if I get a little switch, you know what I'm saying, a little bit ain't going to hurt. I said, brother.
I should have got a saw, bro.
Yeah. See, he definitely didn't grow up in no black house. So every
yeah.
black person know you don't get no little ones because them things will wear your behind out. So he says I hit him with a tree branch. That's what I'm dealing with. That's where we at. So I'm like, okay. So I get a phone call. Hey, man, I didn't talk to Bishop. He hit my son with this tree branch, and what's going on? He got marks all over his body. I'm like, bruh.
Not just from my daddy. When I tell you, you got to call from every single family member. My grandma called him. My grandma is not mean at all.
His dad's mom called. Yeah. Well, she didn't call me. She called Sandra. Why did he hit Jonathan? And I took pictures and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she did. I remember that. That's crazy.
She said she took pictures, and I was like...
She did take pictures. I remember that. I had to pull down my shorts. She said, stay still.
Don't squeeze your booty cheeks, mijo. Loosen. So I was like...
Yeah, no, she did. That was real. This was all real. I'm not joking.
So, like, I get these phone calls, and my phones was going off the hook, right? And I turned to Sandra. I said, let me tell you something. I'll never do that again.
Yeah, because all the blame did get put on him, but it was really my mom's fault.
I said, you have made me look like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like this,
dude.
We're not gonna go that direction. We're not gonna go that direction.
We have so much to talk.
We're not gonna go that direction
for a week. I'm so glad I'm gonna be here all week.
We're not gonna go that direction.
Oh my,
it's crazy.
God.
But I was like, man, you have made me out to be this incredibly terrible person. I'm not doing that again. Don't ask me to do this anymore. Now, I'm a firm believer in spare the rod, spoil the child. I believe in spankings. I believe in it, right?
I used to, now I don't.
Well, that's because he ain't got no kids. But let me tell you something. Uh, I will say, after that day, I never, not only did I not whoop him again, but I never had to.
Nah, that's a lie.
I never spanked you after that,
Not with the switch, but I think dang, did you
bro.
spank me with the belt? Was that my mom's job from then on?
I never spanked you after that because Jonathan never gave me and I'm just saying this, and I appreciate this. I want to tell you now, at 20, he never gave me a reason to.
I mean, the only problem I gave them when I was growing up was grades. But then I guess my mom did whoop me from then on with the belt.
And a lot of times when she did, it was not necessary.
Fair. Because I would always get my grade up, like I said.
Yeah,
I would literally always have an A by the end of the
Yeah,
9 weeks.
my wife can get very angry fast, and you know she just.
But I would have crazy low grades. Like it would be like the third week of school.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, Jonathan,
27.
right now you got a 13 in math, and then at the end of 6 weeks, 85. Like you clearly cheated.
Yeah, no, oh no, I didn't cheat back then, but
I'm cheating now, but back then.
no, but yeah, I did. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So my deal was after that, he literally never gave me a reason to spank him,
Yeah,
and I just didn't. Now I would have to check him verbally.
verbally. That's where I think. That's what I think now would work because little kids are soft. All little kids now are
Oh
soft.
man, yeah. I would have to check Jonathan verbally. Then sometimes I like get up in his face. But Jonathan was a very tender-hearted person, and I could actually just like discipline him with words.
Yeah,
And I mean, but don't get me wrong. Like even after the calls, I was like, yeah. And I told him, I said, yeah, he's living in my house, and I'm raising him for the most part. So if he step out of line, we're just gonna get him back in line. And whatever that looks like on my end, y'all got to deal with it.
yeah,
And it was like, yeah, nah, I ain't feeling that. You know, they were like, nope. Your daddy was like, yeah, I ain't feeling that. So
yeah,
I think that maturity, if you're working with another parent, you got to be willing to see their side and to understand where they're coming from. Because although I love him 100% with nothing, like no ought in my heart, like I just got free open love for him, I had to be willing to say I could see how they might feel I would hit him differently just because they feel like, well, he belongs to us.
yeah. Because this was kind of new for both sides of our family. Like step parents was new. Bishops, like your sister never had.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kelly, I love you, but like
Yeah.
they never. She hasn't had a child yet, which I can't wait because that's gonna be sick.
Oh, my gosh.
But she never had like another man, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like you going into this relationship, and then my dad had never had another father like
Yeah.
coming into my life. So like it was weird. It was new.
It was
It was new
hard.
for everyone.
Yeah, it was hard, man. And I think that, we had to really find common ground there quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, we got to raise him, though. So
Yeah.
what do we do here, guys? And so as time progressed, and my mother told me this because I told her what happened because they threatened to call the police and everything. Right?
Yeah, it was crazy. Like we're making it not seem that crazy, but it was
Yeah.
crazy. It was pretty
Yeah, I actually did like 6 months in jail, and it was tough. But but they
God.
threatened to call the police, and they threatened to send me to jail and press charges and all this stuff. And my mother told me, "Hey, all you gotta do is just keep loving them the way you've been loving them, and they'll see."
Yeah.
And I thank God to this day, like I genuinely love his family. You know what I'm saying? Like your grandma, I freaking love her. I
Yeah.
think she's the most amazing grandma ever.
You know what time it is?
I don't even care.
2:44.
In the morning.
We started at 1:06.
Is that why the sun is up? So I think that's super dope. I think that
it was awesome. Like the way that we are now is awesome.
yeah, the whole family can vibe, and like when we get together, we really enjoy each other. Like I don't feel awkward at any moment.
Yeah, now there's no awkwardness. Like we've
Yeah.
gone to eat together.
Yeah,
Bishop's been in my
We
grandma's
kicked it.
house. Yeah, they've hung out.
yeah. I think that matter of fact, man, I've even I'll text your grandma from time to time and just tell her, hey, just thinking about you today, praying for you.
Yeah.
Like I will say that it's not normal. It's not a common thing.
No, it's not.
But bro, I want to say like because you said something really good earlier, and I think that if we don't like reiterate this, then it's like dang, it didn't start that way.
It didn't. No, it was. It, yeah, it was not easy, man.
So I don't want.
Actually, it wasn't easy.
So I don't want to discourage him. Like, man, look what they got, man. I'm sitting over this knucklehead little boy, man. I hate him. You know what I'm saying? Like, move, Christopher. Like, I don't want you to be sitting at your house like smacking your teeth. Like, man, this freaking sucks. Like, it didn't start off that way.
Yeah,
it was very rocky and try to find that common ground. But I will say, for me, my mind was made up. We gonna fix it. This the rest of my life. Like, we definitely gonna get it straight. So what that means that I had to humble myself in a lot of ways. I had to keep my mouth closed, keep some comments to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unball my fist. You know, I like to fight. I used to like to fight. You know, I was a very aggressive person.
Yeah, but now they can sit around,
laugh,
talk
joke
for hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully, grandma don't get mad at me, but my grandma's cried in front of Bishop. You know,
Yeah.
like there's been a lot of things that like
Yeah.
normal families just haven't done. Like that's not even. What is that to you? A step grandma?
Right? Yeah, or yeah, I don't know. I just love her, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
but like, pretty much it should be a stranger to Bishop, but it's not. Like everyone's cool with each other.
Mhm.
My mom's mom, cool with my dad. Like
Yep.
everyone's, I don't know, everyone's just cool with each other.
Yeah,
But
even my parents.
oh yeah, my dad loves Nana.
Yeah, even my parents, man. Like my mom and dad love. Well, they love everybody. They just happy to be here. You know, we just happy to see the babies. But I think that's cool, and I think. What do you think about the idea of? I know you're looking at the clock, like, bro, how long we been talking?
No. I'm looking if my voice is still like we're still recording.
I got you. I think that. What do you think about the idea and the concept of, like, making sure that the relationship with the child doesn't like push the new parent into the shadows? Because I will say this, like, right? I will say, like, when I got with my wife, the struggle that I had with her was that I felt like she built up a wall sometimes between like them, like it was like them versus me, to the point to where he would sometimes even feel comfortable saying, "Don't tell Bishop."
I actually forgot about that, but I did used to say that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and I'd be like, "Well, wait, hold on, dog." And then my wife wouldn't tell me, and I'd be like, "Man, what y'all got going on, dog? Like, what you mean don't tell
That's
me?"
hard though. That's a hard question. That's what you're asking me. Like what? What is the question then? I'm confused.
I think it's more of a don't do that.
Okay.
That's
Well,
but okay, so I think the question is, what made you feel like you couldn't tell me?
There's just none of your business.
What?
It's
none of your business.
When I was, dang man, I don't sit like this. I know the camera's looking at me, but I don't sit like this. I'm just
People are like,
I have a real bad.
it's
Is
giving.
it a scratch or itch?
It's itching. The scratch is what you do. Itch is what it does.
I have an itch on my leg, which is insane right now. But sorry. What made me feel like that? I don't know. I was young. This had to be when I was 10 under. Nah. Let's say 12. I say 12 under.
Bro, this was yesterday.
So what?
Don't tell
I don't care what you know now, but I don't know.
Do you think it's
Maybe it was just the knot that I still had with my mom. Like, hey,
okay?
he's here, but it's still me and you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What? Maybe what you didn't see on the flip side of that is that caused problems.
I didn't care though.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was 12 and under. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
No, even when you got older. Because you would say that sometimes even like 16, 15, 17.
Over what though?
I don't know. Yeah, didn't tell me. I don't know, right?
So that would make you mad as a
Yeah, because here's the reason why. As a father,
yeah.
you want to protect and solidify everything in your home. So sometimes if you told your mother something that I had no clue about, I would be in the dark until it was an emergency.
Yeah.
So there were times that she would tell me something, hey, I didn't want to say nothing, but yada, yada, yada. And then by that time, it'd be like, well, dadgummit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a state of emergency, you know? So my frustration would be if you would have told me this in the beginning, we could have prevented this. You know what I'm saying? But because you're trying to establish this, oh well, I love you, and it's still me and you, and I think your wife, my wife, was trying to cater to that too. Your mom was like, well, I want him to know that
Well, they feel
you
the
know,
same thing that I feel.
right, because they still want you to know I'm here with you, I got you,
Yeah,
and I'm in the
that's
back
all it
like,
is.
you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at
Yeah,
y'all like, man, y'all break that up, because, but I
dang, that's
guess I,
hard.
I guess it is hard, but the challenge is like, hey, that's not allowing me to develop what I see us as.
Yeah,
I saw us as equal. So when y'all had that little don't tell Bishop and I'm not going, then it made me feel like, okay, all that I'm doing to put into this relationship to let him know that I love him equally, they just put a wall up between that.
but I feel like it was nothing big. I think you just as dang. I don't know how to say.
But what I'm saying is because those moments happened and it was just a moment of like, what is that about? A person doesn't know how to feel because it's like, well, what do y'all got going on that y'all feel like obligated to keep secrets? If you get married and you have a spouse who has a child,
There's gonna be secrets for sure. For sure.
however, it needs to be respect in the midst of that though, because if
But at the same time, you asking what the do's and don'ts of the step parents. You can't get in the way of the biological mother or the biological father. From step parents wise.
But I think it's a difference between getting in the way and having the line of respect. I think eventually your mother got there. And she would even tell you, Jonathan, I don't keep secrets from Bishop.
Yeah, but I can still squeeze some through.
Nah, you think that.
Now I can for sure.
You think that.
Nah, I definitely can. We can test it.
There's a difference between me not talking to you about something I know and not knowing.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know. Me and my, I
Well,
have
I
a,
know you know
I
because you're the one that has to say
I
something.
have I have that connection with my mama. But I don't keep nothing from you now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I guarantee you, I know it. I know it all.
Nah, I guarantee you don't.
Well, I'm about to beat you up, and I'm gonna find out. No, but I think that for people get into a relationship, like just be mindful of like what that can make a person feel like.
And it's gonna be hard. That's another thing. It's
Yeah,
gonna be hard. No doubt about it.
if you are dating someone and you are watching this thinking like, "Dang, we supposed to get married in November," it's about to suck. You know what I'm saying?
Get married tomorrow.
Like if you're thinking about this, like these are real life situations. Like if y'all don't talk this stuff through, how are we gonna handle problems? How are we gonna spank? Are we not gonna spank? Are we going to, are you gonna handle this or am I going? Are you gonna give me the free? Here's another thing, bro. This was a challenge too. In the beginning stages, my wife got in the way of me trying to discipline Jonathan.
That was him.
When I would have to he's a man. A man got to raise him in some areas. My wife ain't gonna be able to teach him to do some things that I can teach him how to do from a man's perspective. So there were moments in my life to where I had to like really get on to him, and then Sandra sometimes be like, "Babe, that's enough," and I'd be like,
What?
"Can you move?" You know what I'm saying? I'm about to
Yeah.
get both of y'all to be, like
Yeah.
there were moments to where it's like, "Hey, this is my son. Like I'm not here talking to him like a peasant." I'm talking to him out of fear and trembling, knowing I got to raise this man to be okay in the world. So trust me, I'm just gonna talk to him in a way that's gonna give his perspective, insight on what I'm trying to say. But parents do not get in the way, like because then what happens is, bro, you belittle the authority of that parent in front of the child. Then they think,
Never thought about it like that.
okay. So my mama just made my stepdad shut up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be talking to her about a lot of stuff. So then at any moment, if you get onto him, all he has to do is make a droopy face towards your wife. And then y'all are now fight. So then a lot of times in the beginning stages of our marriage, me getting on to him turned into fighting with my wife. Because she wouldn't let me
And
do.
y'all are also getting married. This is what I know from not being married yet, but y'all are, like, let's say Bishop and my mom were just getting married. So they were already having marriages start off hard too. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like,
Facts.
so the the step thing.
Who's in that mud like, bro? It's trash.
If you're a step parent and you're barely getting married and you're meeting new family, that's all hard. So you just gotta learn how to what is it?
Balance.
Balance. Yeah, it's all about balance, man. It's hard, but it's not that hard. Like y'all can do it if you really want to.
There's absolutely no way I could have done this without God. Like, we could talk about balance. We could talk about the circus balance and all that, brother.
Bishop prayed every night.
Bro, there were moments in my life to where I was like, God, if you don't fix this now, I'm gonna get up and walk out and not care about nothing.
But that's not a podcast that I should be in. That's you and mom podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but no, it was tough. Obviously me growing up now, which is crazy. The girls don't know half of the stuff that like I went through or we went through. Honestly, what we went through, man.
Facts.
Our maybe we'll go into it because like I said, I'll be here probably all week. Maybe we can go into it together, like how we grew together. How we grew was not easy either. That was insane.
I think the hardships that we shared together, it allowed him to see how much I do love him,
Yeah.
but it also allowed me to see how much of an opportunity I have to love, that he can love me too.
Yeah.
Because through hard times, I think there was some moments where he felt like, you know what, I can depend on this fool. Like, I can trust this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Man, people really don't. Man, I don't. We have so much to talk about.
Oh, we're going to get into it.
But people don't have any idea. Any idea. They see us now, right? Dang, I'm not trying to sound cocky at all, but they see us now.
It's about
and
to be cocky.
They have no idea what you and mom had to go through.
It's definitely a change in everything. I think the last 4 years of our lives have completely shifted in a phenomenal way.
And guys, insane way, man.
In a phenomenal
y'all,
way.
if y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like when I really say, I did not think I was going to college till junior year at the end, going into my summer of what did I say, senior year?
Yeah.
Summer of my senior year, I didn't think I was going because we just really
Life was just tough. Yeah, life
it was tough. It was crazy, man. I'm honestly very, as a 20-year-old, I can say I'm very proud of what Bishop, my mom, they all did.
Thanks, brother.
Even
God.
Yeah, God was huge in that.
Like, brother.
But also, even my dad, like I've always been a well taken care of kid.
Yes.
Yeah, they were broke when I was younger, but
yeah, even in hard times, man.
Yeah, I was well taken care of, but I could see what was going on.
Yeah.
It wasn't about like what I had, what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I could see growing up what we didn't really have, which was a lot. And maybe we'll talk about it in another podcast. But like that's a whole nother story. Like we didn't.
We used to sell spaghetti sticks as individual spaghetti. Like just remember that we used to sell just the noodle, the hard noodles. We were struggling, and
No, but you gotta think about it, man. You literally. I mean, we're not even going to it, but to show how bad it was, we never really had a home.
Yeah, we were just jumping from like house to house, staying with parents, staying with in-laws.
And we do that now, but we do that willingly.
Yeah, we do that on purpose.
But yeah,
back then
guys,
we
it was
did
crazy
it because we had to.
Yeah, that's actually another definitely good specific topic on what we can go.
We need to put 3 chairs.
Yeah, because that wasn't, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I wasn't even a part of that, but what Bishop and Mom had to do, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it was crazy, but we're thankful.
Yeah, no,
it just made like
that's what I'm saying. The whole reason of me saying that was because like I'm saying, there is hardships in literally everything.
Yeah. I think from the standpoint of people that are talking about blending families and dealing with children, man, you got to really be mindful, like, of how this can affect the child.
Yeah.
I was always trying to be cautious of how you felt, of what you thought. And I was trying to be cautious of how my wife felt. Like, even when I would talk to you, I would glance at her to see if she was letting her guards down.
Yeah.
And guys, it took a long time. Like, it took a long time.
There's a lot of, if to dumb it down, there's just a lot of moving parts.
Facts.
A lot of moving parts that you have to worry about.
It took a while for your mother to let me be your dad.
Yeah.
Like, she could depend on me to pick you up from school, get you some food, help you with homework. But when it came down to
She sucked at. He was not good at homework.
What?
I'm just kidding. Bitch is actually really smart.
I was the only one that would do homework because my wife would be like, "I'm not doing that. Get it away from me." I'm like, dang, it's not boo boo. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my face.
Oh my god.
But I think that parents got to be intentional. Which if a woman or a man is looking to get with a woman or a man, and it has a child, if you ain't asking questions about your children in the beginning stages of this, you suck.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah, you suck, bro. Like, if you are willing to get into a relationship where this person has clearly shown you, yeah, I could care 2 pennies about your.
well then that's on the person whoever got married to them. They're obviously not showing any.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's trash.
You suck. Both of you suck.
Yeah, I know somebody that was dating somebody with a child recently, and
Said recently.
and they told him, hey, I just kind of feel like you don't like my child. And he was like, yeah, I'm not too fond of him. They were like, yeah, go ahead and get your stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. At that point, if you know you don't, if you know your spouse isn't like the stepchild or your child, like,
but bro, you know how many,
you in the wrong on that.
But bro, you know how many people get with people that just like the person so much that they're willing to dumb down how their kid feels because they in love with the person.
Well, then a lot of people suck.
I just want to live my life. I want to do my thing. I don't get to.
Yeah.
So you get with a person that don't care 2 nickels about your child.
Well, then that's why kids grow up and stuff. Jeffrey Dahmer, Party Hardy.
Oh my god, bro.
Man, that's crazy. That's why I love podcasts. You can literally talk about anything.
Dang, brother. Yeah.
2 hours on our first podcast, maybe more.
Yes. Do we wrap it up?
I mean, I don't know. I'm having a good time, but I mean, I think it would be smart to wrap it up because this video is really long for the first or wherever you post it.
Guys, we're recording on 3 Blackmagic cameras. They're all recording in 4K, so I know that this is easily gonna be about 700 gigs.
Oh, to upload this is gonna at least
per
take a
camera.
week. This is gonna take so long.
Yeah, but it's all good. I love it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
This is gonna be crazy.
So, are we wrapping it up?
Yeah, it's gonna be way too long to keep going. We can do more podcasts during the week. See,
Thanks.
I don't know. What are you gonna do with this one? You're gonna start off the podcast channel with this one, or are you gonna what? Are you posting these on Blended?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna have a separate one.
Nah, we gotta post these. All right, man. So,
Man, crazy. This was good. This is
was
exactly
dope.
how I expected it to go. Like, this
right.
was awesome.
Yeah, honestly, we didn't even cut up like we used to do though. Like from a
Oh
laugh.
no, I mean, but this was more like
this was
y'all
facts.
y'all getting to know us.
Yeah. This is good conversation.
Because we don't know who's gonna watch this video. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's gonna be people who know us, but like, I don't know the way YouTube's going right now. We could go viral.
I'm good with that 50-50 situation on YouTube. If y'all want to holler at your boy.
Yeah, shorts are gonna be a huge thing, man. So hopefully, I don't know, we can get just something crazy going. But this is awesome. I love this.
Yeah, it feels. Here's what I like about this is that I in no way feel uncomfortable.
No way. I was not nervous at all starting this.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's just go. We had no script. There's nothing
Yeah.
near us. There's nothing. Literally nothing. My phone, when I was on it, I was on Snapchat.
Right.
Hashtag social media.
Yeah. This is exciting, man.
This is
gonna
awesome.
be dope. So
I won't be here every week though. It sucks.
It's all
man.
right. When he comes to the town, trust me, he would definitely be.
But I might have my own channel, which sucks because I do love talking with Bishop, man. But I don't know.
yeah, when it jumps off, we're gonna connect y'all.
This is crazy. This was awesome.
Hey, something great happened today.
What?
We want to tell them what happened today?
It's not for sure though, is it?
Yeah.
I guess you put a deposit down.
Yes.
I mean, you want to tell them or you want me to tell them?
Okay. So for those,
Not long though, bro.
I'm not.
It's so
I'm not. So listen, for those that know us, my wife and I, we do real estate investments.
love it. If you're not doing it, you're doing something wrong.
If you ain't doing that, you ain't doing nothing.
You're failing at life if you're not doing it. Unless you have Jesus, then you're good.
Oh my gosh, bro! Real estate investments. That's what we do. That's a major part
That's
of our
it.
life, and we're done. And so, our heart's desire is to buy our children homes. We want to buy them houses, and we want to see the business continue. Today, we bought our son his very first home. Come on, guys. Let's just make some freaking
That's
noise,
crazy.
bro. Let's make. He's 20 years old.
20 years old and a homeowner.
He has a casa.
And it's not a rinky dink home. It's actually really nice. I actually really liked it.
It's a brand new build. The house just got finished being built about 2 months ago, maybe a month ago. The cool part is we're gonna turn it into an Airbnb. So we're going to turn this home into an Airbnb, and we're going to allow revenue to start. And she's just building up things for
Build
him,
my
man.
credit more. I love credit. I'm addicted to credit. If you're whoever's 18 right now and watching this, if you are, hopefully you are, because I'm only 20. I'm not that old. But 18, start building your credit, man. That thing's huge.
So, quick question. All right, then we'll close it
Oh
for
my
real.
God.
Oh my God, this can go. We got too much to talk about. Quick question. So, we started working on your credit when you were 17.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 20 now, so this is 3 years.
Yeah.
You just said if you're 18 and you want to build your credit, do that.
Yeah. Start as soon as you can. Like actually.
So, I want to ask you a question, just from what you know in this short amount of time. Tell somebody 18 what they can do right now. Just one simple thing to build their credit. What's something that you've done or we've helped you do over the past 3 years that'll build your credit?
Well, the one thing that I know like is just very simple is credit cards. Get your
Okay.
credit card. Use it. Please. Though, I'm not saying I messed up, right? But college it hit me, right? But I had a credit card. I used it, but
Mm,
I paid it off.
yeah.
But I also made payments on time every time.
Yep.
Do not, please, God, don't miss a payment because those payments be hurting your credit really bad. Um, try not to have debt. Try not to have debt. Which, if you're going to college, then you will have debt, but just try to pay everything on time. Just pretty much paying everything on time, having a
Yeah.
well balanced
Yeah.
payment.
I think the key is, man, being able to be in debt that you can handle
There's such thing as good debt,
100%.
which is
So one of the
credit.
things is that we put our son on some of our credit cards.
Yeah,
So as somebody who's on our credit card, it just whatever we do, it looks good for him too.
yeah.
Um,
I got my own too, by the way. I'm not just saying
Yeah.
this.
yeah. So those are things that like can help you. So we started working on this for him at 17 years old. He's 20.
Mhm.
He's in college. He got his first house today, and I'm super proud of you.
With
Bro.
an amazing credit score.
I'm super proud of you, man.
I'm
proud of you.
super thankful, man.
What's your credit score?
750 something.
It's amazing.
Used to be at a 760, and so I'm not gonna go into it, but something happened. But no, I'm so thankful. 750 is insane still.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So, guys, listen, anything is possible. I want to say thank y'all so much for taking time to tune into this podcast. Remember, even though the storms may come, don't forget to dance in the rain. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching.
We out. Love
Peace
y'all.
out. First one in the books.
That's
Let's get it, baby.
crazy.
Let's go.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, nah.
That's one that's gonna be.
I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be good.
That was awesome.
Hey, you know what? Let's do.